Morning at 10 o'clock. Welcome, everybody. We are going to, well, first of all, I want to say congratulations to the vice chair. I want to say thank you to the nominating committee, Director Pacheco, Director Shirley, and Director Smith. Thank you very much for spending 3 days and 2 nights on this. Where are we at?
Are you paying the
Yeah.
alcohol bill at our meetings?
I'm paying for the sandwiches.
The
bagels. We're here on the roll call.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna,
Oh, yeah, just call the meeting to order.
thank you. I think you just did. We're gonna have roll call, please.
Okay, City of Carmel by the Sea.
Here.
City of Delray Oaks.
Here.
City of Gonzales.
Here.
City of Greenfield.
Here.
City of King. City of Marina.
Here.
City of Monterey.
Here.
City of Pacific Grove. Absent. City of San City. Here. City of Salinas.
Here.
City of Seaside.
Here.
City of Soledad.
Here,
And,
do you want me to do the just cause again? Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
my name is Fernando Cabrera. I'm invoking the just cause. I'm in my home and there is no people younger than 18 in my room.
and County of Monterey.
Here.
Thank you. You can have a forum.
Well, thank you. Well, now I'm gonna ask you, we're gonna do the pledge of allegiance. I'm gonna ask our new president from the union, Mr. Ibarra, if you can honor us on doing the pledge of allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Well, we're gonna be doing the review of the highlights.
Yes, thank you very much, Lisa Reinheimer, Deputy CEO for MST. Clearly, I am not Carl Sidorik, but he is in Hawaii on a well-earned vacation. So I'll be going through the highlights of the agenda. Of note on the consent agenda, there are the normal recognitions, but specifically for former Vice Chair Lorraine Worthy and former Chair Mary Ann Carbone. We'll take an opportunity to do a little bit different photo op as you've requested. And then we have a resolution authorizing the general manager to execute grant documents for a sustainable transportation planning grant program that we were just announced for a grant award. And then there's also committee assignments that the chair had put together. So please make sure you're on the right committee. We'll send it out to you, but there are a few changes, so we appreciate that. On the action items, you'll get a presentation on an Uber voucher pilot program, which we'll want your feedback on. There's a recommended award for a surf coastal dune and maritime chaparral restoration project. And then also the first reading of a trespass and camera ordinance that we'll walk through. And then I would like to spend a minute or so on the general manager CEO monthly report and that. And then finally, there is a closed session item for your later. And then after that is the Regional Taxi Authority Board of Directors. So it's a packed meeting today.
Yes,
Sir.
Ms. Reinheimer, just for information, who's on our taxi board here? Some members were asking. Is
Yeah, let me just grab that real quick.
there anybody that knows your hair for the taxi?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go through the list. Mary Ann Carbone, Tony, you are.
Oh,
Bob Dells, Kim Shirley, Lisbeth Fisher. Jean is your alternate, but I guess she's coming. Jean Rash, Joe Emilio, Dave Pacheco, Luis Alejo, and Jonathan Amati from the Monterey Regional Airport. So those of you who have been called, please stay.
yes. And during our meeting, we're gonna have continental breakfast if you want some. Well, thank you. You know, we're gonna have public comments on matters not on the agenda, and as you already know, it's just let's respect each other, whatever your passion is. But before we do that, I'm gonna ask our new president, Mr. Ibarra, if you can come forward, introduce yourself as a president, and introduce your team as well, please.
Good morning to all. My name is Esteban Ibarra and I am the newly elected ATU president. With me, I have Fred Simpkins. He's my e-board member. I have my shop steward Miranda Smith, and I have my we're all new to elect our financial secretary, Mary Mendez.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anyone else, public comments that are not on the agenda? Anyone in the public? Anyone on Zoom? Do I have
Not seeing any.
nobody? Okay, anyone else in the public? Not seeing anyone, we're gonna move on. On the consent agenda. These items will be approved by a single motion. Anyone may request that an item be discussed and considered separately. Anybody from the board like to pull an item?
Question.
Oh, yeah, mess it up.
Yeah, I know, this is so hard. Should we pull the ones where we are recognizing appreciation for leadership? So should those be pulled because we were gonna do a photograph?
They're also on the next item 4, so you can go
Okay.
ahead and approve the resolutions and then we'll do the recognitions thereafter.
Well, in that case, I'll make a motion to approve all of the consent agenda items.
No, second.
Anyone from the public? Want to pull an item? That's your chance. Anybody from on Zoom? Seeing no one? Are we doing individual
Roll call.
votes? Roll call? Thank you. Yes, please, thank you.
City of Carmel by the Sea,
Yes.
City of Delray Oaks.
Yes.
City of Gonzales.
Yes.
City of Greenfield.
Yes.
City of King is absent, City of Marina,
Yes.
City of Monterey,
Yes.
City Pacific Grove is absent, City of San City. Yes. City of Salinas,
Here. Yes.
City of Seaside,
Yes.
City of Soledad,
Yes.
and County of Monterey.
Aye.
Thank you, the motion passes.
Thank you. And before we do the recognitions and special presentations, Ms. Reinheimer is gonna give us some instructions on this. And you know, before we do that, Mr. Ibarra, being that you have the whole team today, we'd like you to join us for the 4th picture. We'd like to just acknowledge you as a new team, the new elected body for MST employees. Thank you.
Okay, so a couple of changes. Gabriel Garcia is not going to be presenting our Employee of the Month. That will be Paul Lopez right there. So you had asked if we could get a group photo. It's not enough room right over here near where the awards are. So after the kind words and recognitions, we thought we'd take the whole entire board out to the hallway, close the door, and then we can have the group photo with the union, with our Employee of the Month, and with the outgoing or the past chair and vice chair. There's a logo, a MST thing on the right, so it seemed like a really appropriate place. So we'll get up after all the 4, 1 through 3, and do the group photo real quick, and then come back.
Thank you. So Mr. Lopez.
complicated.
It's
Go ahead,
really
Steve,
easy.
Just follow me, just follow me. Mr. Lopez, go ahead. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, board members, MST staff, and members of the public. Thank you, Chair Barrera, for the opportunity to speak for the Employee of the Month today. I'm Paul Lopez, the facilities manager, and I'm pleased to announce the lead utility service worker, Paul Scott, MST Employee of the Month for July. Paul is celebrating his 23 years of dedicated service with MST this year. As the lead utility service worker at MST Salinas Division, he plays a vital role in ensuring our utility service worker teams has the tools, support, and daily game plan necessary to meet the agency's service requirements. His leadership, organization, and attention to detail help ensure our fleet is clean, fueled, available to provide safe and reliable service to our customers. Paul personally details every vehicle requested for special events, community functions, MST has received numerous compliments regarding the cleanliness and appearance of our vehicles. Recognizing this is a direct reflection of Paul's leadership, pride in his work, and the example he sets for his team. Paul also maintains an exemplary attendance and safe record, further demonstrates his dependability, professionalism, and commitment to MST's standards. Paul, on behalf of MST, thank you for your dedication, your professionalism, and your 23 years of service. Your work often happens behind the scenes, but its impact is seen every single day by our coworkers, our passengers, and our communities we serve. Please join me in congratulating Paul Scott on our July 26th Employee of the Month. Congratulations, Paul. Hold on, Paul. Paul.
Not done yet. Got something for you. Okay, we have your resolution here. And you'll have to stay for the photo op. We have your check, of course, and your Employee of the Month pin. And let me just tell you that the work that you do is so important for the entire organization. Those compliments that we get from the outside, you know, about cleanliness of buses is a testament, obviously, to you, but it's also connecting us to our vision of connecting communities, creating opportunity, and being kind to our planet. If the buses were not clean, I can guarantee you we would hear about it. So thank you so much for your efforts. Very much appreciated.
Thank you. Ms. Reinheimer, you're on. Appreciation for MST leadership, Ms. Lorraine, Director Lorraine Worthy. Past Vice Chair, Lorraine Worthy. Are we on?
Yeah, so I mean, it's up to you all. We do have the resolutions.
We gotta read that.
Okay,
detail.
go for it.
Whereas Ms. Lorraine Worthy has served with dedication and distinction as a member of the Board of Directors of Monterey Salinas Transit from February 4th to 2019 to July 13th, 2026. Ms. Lorraine Worthy has served as Vice Chair of Monterey Salinas Transit District Board of Directors, and she's been the Chair of the Board Operations Performance Committee since July 1st of 2024. During her tenure on the MST board, Ms. Worthy participated in the MST COVID-19 pandemic response and recovery, which was a total success. Thank you. During her tenure on the MST Board of Directors, she played a vital role in supporting changes in transit service brought about by the comprehensive operational analysis and helped educate her constituents regarding the implementation of the Better Bus Network, resulting in increased service to disadvantaged communities. I hate that word disadvantaged, but it is what it is, throughout Monterey County. During her tenure on the MST Board of Directors, Ms. Worthy actively participated in planning and implementation of Line 31, straight to Gonzales, replacing MST on-call service, congratulations, resulting in significant public transit ridership increases within the city of Gonzales. Ms. Lorraine Worthy was a strong advocate for residents of Monterey County who depend on public transportation and remains not only a supporter, but as a staunch, that's what it says here, supporter of public transportation, a heavy hitter. Ms. Lorraine Worthy has made a substantial and lasting contribution to the improvement of public transportation throughout Monterey County. And today, on behalf of this great board, MST, we passed and adopted the resolution on this day. And Ms. Lorraine Worthy, thank you very much. Un aplauso.
I just want to take this time just to thank all of you for always making me feel comfortable here. It's not always easy for people to come into a new board, and I have learned a lot since I've been on this board. This will be my last meeting because I am moving out of Gonzales. So I had spoken to Carl and told him that since we go dark in August, I will be out of Gonzales by the end of August, so I will not be able to serve anymore. So my alternate, which you all know, Maria Roscoe, will be taking over for the next few months. It has been an honor to be on this board. You have all been amazing people. And Mary Ann, thank you for your leadership. I appreciate you so much. You've always been there whenever I had a question. All of you have. So I'm grateful, but I'm moving on now and it's time. I served on the Gonzales City Council for almost 8 years and it has been an honor for that as well. So thank you to the staff who've always been there for me when I had a question, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you and good luck to you all. And whoever the next person is that comes in, it may be Maria, we'll see. I don't know what is going on there yet. So thank you. And that's all I have today.
Thank you. Wow.
They didn't ask me to drop on us.
And Vice Chair Worthy, are you staying in Monterey County?
I am staying in
Okay.
Monterey County. I'm actually not moving that far away. I'm moving to Las Palmas. And Las Palmas, everybody says, oh, Las Palmas. This is half the size of the house that I currently live in. I'm going from a 2,200 square foot house to 1,115, which is definitely challenging trying to go through all my stuff right now. So my husband has some health issues, so we are wanting to go into a smaller environment. So anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm not that far. I'm still in Monterey County.
And being that you brought up your husband, he was also a former
He
mayor.
was, yes. George Worthy was mayor of Gonzales and served on the council for
he
8
did.
years too. So I didn't want to be mayor. I just wanted to be on the council. So there you go.
Well, at least you're moving to a small mansion and not a big mansion.
That's right.
Fun.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
Thank
We're gonna
you.
take a nice group picture in a little bit. Thank you
Okay.
for your service. And now the next one is the famous mayor of Sand City, Ms. Mary Ann Carbone. Ms. Mary Ann Carbone, Chair Mary Ann Carbone was elected by the Monterey Salinas Transit District Board of Directors for fiscal years July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2026. During her tenure as board chair, Ms. Carbone oversaw major capital projects, including the start of construction of the SURF, busway and bus rapid transit project, procurement of 13 zero-emission buses, and the purchase of property for the future Salinas operations, maintenance, and technology training facility. You've been very busy. During your tenure as board chair, you oversaw major operational improvements, including the start of line 31 going to Gonzales, line 32 going further to Soledad, line 33 even further to Greenville, and line 40 Rancho Cielo, which the students really appreciate that, and line 59 all the way to the north in Gilroy. During your tenure as board chair, MST was recognized by the American Public Transportation Association, APTA, as a 2025 Outstanding Public Transportation System Achievement Award for a small transit agency, and the APTA 2026 Safe, Effective, Clean Transit Excellence, not silver, but a gold award. Thank you. In your role as chair of the Monterey Salinas Transit Board, you have made a substantial and lasting contribution to the improvement of public transportation throughout Monterey County. Chair Mary Ann Carbone was a strong advocate for residents of Monterey County who depend on public transportation and remains a staunch, I know now we got two staunch supporters. I hope they say that about me when it's my turn, of public transportation.
Good word.
In general, you have made a substantial and lasting contribution, and you will continue making improvement of public transportation throughout Monterey County. Mary Ann Carbone, thank you very much. I understand this is real wood, it's not part of the wood. But look how beautiful this is. Presented to Mary Ann Carbone in recognition of your exemplary service, well, that's a big word there, as chair of the Monterey Salinas Transit Board of Directors, in appreciation for your outstanding commitment and dedication to the mission and vision of Monterey Salinas Transit. July 2024 to June 2026. Thank you very much.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all the board who had, faith in me to step up into the chair role. And, so thank you, and to Lorraine for, being there for me, for the last, couple of years. And, just happy that to see MST to continue moving in the direction of, good transportation needs, that they meet the transportation needs of Monterey County, the residents of Monterey County. And it takes a team, and it takes each one of you who serve here on this board. So I just want to thank you all individually, because you are the ones who make MST happen and make them number one. And in transportation, and a highlight of my year was the awards. I was
That's great.
grateful to go up there for the small transportation to receive a award.
Great. Well, thank you. And you know, a lot of times we hear about small MST, but the thank you to the staff. You guys are a giant on the national level. And I mean that. When I go to any type of conference, which I enjoy, I really love to hear the story about MST. Everybody knows you folks. You know why? Because you're in a very leadership role. And I think what makes this staff unique is you guys are public servants. That's what I appreciate. I mean, the humility here, but the professionalism. I want to thank my mother. She told me to hang out with smart people, so that's why I'm here. So for any politician would like to say something nice about another politician, now it's your turn. Anybody want to say something nice about the two folks that are, or even Mr. Scott over there? Anybody want to say something nice? Going once?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, we have to recognize the members of our board. Lorraine, outstanding job, always great to be able to see you at the meetings. And also likewise to Marianne Carbone, who's been our chair for 2 years. I've not been on MST that long. I think it's 4 years, 3 or 4 years. But I wanted to say that it really has already been said that it's really easy to be on a board when you're welcomed, and the two ladies that are here welcomed me as well. But also the support of the staff and the leadership makes a huge difference. And the community benefits out of strong, well-run, well-led MST. And so the last couple of years, Chair Marianne Carbone, outstanding job. Also, Director Lorraine Worthy, you've done a great job, and best of luck for your future, where you are going to get involved in some of the capacity, because you're not that far away.
No.
And so I'm sure your phone
He's closer now.
You're closer now. Your phone will be ringing soon. And so just thank you for the two members in recognition. And it's a little bit odd that we do have to say goodbye to one, but Marianne, you're staying. You're just not in the seat with the gavel. Unless he makes a mistake, we'll take the gavel away. And
This is mine right
you
now.
got it now. But thank you for your hard work, your dedication to MST.
Yes, thank you.
Both of you.
Beautiful words. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, well, Tony, just because it's Lorraine's last day with us, so it's always it's a bittersweet moment. Thank you for your almost 8 years of service. You were always out there in the community, and we worked on a lot of things, even during COVID, during the toughest of times, most challenging of times. You were always out there caring for your community. But sometimes you got to put family first, and it's another chapter you and your husband's lives. So thank you for your dedicated service, and I'm glad I was here for your last meeting, and you will be missed for sure. And to our past president or past chair, thank you very much. I was one of your strong supporters to become chair, and you did a very good job. And both of you worked very well together. When you couldn't be here, she stepped in, and vice versa. So I just want to say thank you for your good year of leadership for this MST board. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, geez.
So I don't know if this is a traditional thing to do for the MSD staff to chime in, but I'll take the opportunity to thank you, Director Worthy. During the process of getting the circulator in Gonzales, you made us a better organization by asking questions and requiring us to do a better job with public outreach. And I really appreciate that you did that. And I think we have had more success because of that in Gonzales. So thank you so much for that. And Marianne, you have been always available for questions. I called you on Friday afternoon to ask you a question, and you've also made our job a lot easier by being an advocate for MST out there when we've needed your help. So we definitely appreciate your leadership.
Well, great.
Yeah.
And Ms. Reinhammer, can you just share a little bit about?
Oh, sure. I was going to do that later, but you each have a pin here. Thank you to the Risk Safety Human Resources Department who hosted the safety barbecues in June. We put these together because of the safe, effective, and clean gold award that we got from APTA. But then we also pass these out at the safety barbecue. So all of our staff have them. And then now all of you have them as well.
Great.
Thank you.
You know what's going on, EB? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so now we're gonna take some pictures. And Mr. Scott, if your team is here, we'd love your team to join us as well. So
And we're going.
you're on.
Yeah, just right out the door. We'll be back.
Oh, wow.
All of it.
Really? Oh.
All of us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, present you this, but I think this was take photo with that.
Okay.
Can somebody Photoshop my image right there to the photo?
But it is. I know.
Oh, Ms. Carbone.
There you want
Yeah, yes, we're gonna present. it.
Oh,
okay.
There you go. You need to give them.
Yeah,
David,
thank you.
We want to give David a little extra time. He needs a little extra time. He's just had surgery, but he's good. He's good. He just needs one.
It's all right.
I know.
Good thing we're on Pacific Standard Time, right? No, man, that'd be like 12, you know? Come on.
We're not leaving.
Come on, guys, there.
I'll be here.
Or future mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the drill. I'm one.
You bet.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. I know, so somebody who's.
I thought it was me.
It's humid, that's the problem.
It's 75.
Ooh.
It's the sauna.
I don't want.
On a sweater just in case.
Well, it's July 28th, but it has.
Yeah, we'll chat right in there. Yeah, just send. You have. And you're coming to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's on my, I got meetings.
I'm sorry.
You have no idea how many of these things you don't have it.
Oh.
We ready?
George has so
Well,
many and I'm.
welcome back and thank you for that. Now we're gonna go on to number
Consolidated.
5. Hello, got some celebrations over there? You like a tangerine?
Sure.
Public hearings, none. Now we're gonna go on to item number 6, action items. Ms. Subaru, Sugabo. We're gonna receive a presentation on Uber voucher pilot and provide directions to staff. Sugabo. Welcome.
And just so you know, Norm Tuitubuki, he's also with us, but he's on Zoom, sort of co-presenting or at least giving Christy some support while she gives the presentation.
Great, thank you.
All right. Well, good morning, Chair. And good morning, Vice Chair, board members, MST staff, and members of the public. Again, I'm Christy Sugabo, Mobility Services Manager, and Norman Tuitubuki, MST's COO, is online for any other questions that you may have directly for him. So MST is partnering with Uber to implement and pilot an on-demand transportation for seniors, people with disabilities, and veterans who are residents of Prudale, Pajaro, Castroville, South County cities of Gonzales, Soledad, Greenfield, and King City. So it is an expansion model to the existing taxi voucher program to offer mobility solutions to the residents so that these residents can receive the same benefits or voucher benefits as that of the traditional taxi voucher program. Next slide, please. So the MST Uber partnership allows for MST to be the voucher administrator, to oversee enrollment, offer participant support, and voucher oversight. Uber is providing the platform app and so that participant can use, and the driver network to provide the service. Uber is also contributing 50,000 toward the cost of the pilot program that is applied as a monthly credit to MST until it is depleted. And then Measure Q is Measure Q funds is the primary funding source. I think it's also important to add that MST is one of the 20 agencies across the United States to receive the 50,000 grant to pilot the program. So the structure of this is to minimize the risk for MST. There is no upfront fee, no minimum guarantees, and no capital investment required. MST only pays for the trips delivered, ensuring that there's an alignment between cost and performance. Next slide, please. So unlike the traditional taxi voucher program, the MST Uber voucher is a virtual wallet model and not a paper voucher. Eligibility is residency-based and open to seniors, people with disabilities, and veterans. And again, those that are residing in the city of South County Gonzales, Soledad, Greenfield, King City, as well as Castroville, Prudale, and Pajaro. So how does it work? Simply enroll with MST to get approved to participate. MST will then load the $14 value of the voucher for every $3 copay that the participant would load to their virtual wallet. Using the Uber app, participants can then book a ride. And then the MST monthly load will cap up to $140 a month. So there is no restriction to the purpose of the trip. Participants can use Uber for medical appointments, shopping, pharmacy trips, or visit family and friends. Next slide, please. Marketing, outreach, and promotion is a team effort between MST and Uber across the full program cycle from pre-launch awareness and enrollment during and throughout the pilot to sustain ongoing marketing campaigns and to ensure that program is visible across the service areas. Next slide, please. So this month, July, is the soft launch for all 7 cities, including today's presentation, and staff will be presenting to your Mobility Advisory Committee, MAC, before the end of this month. And then MST will then review its early results in August. Then the following month in September, staff will review operations so that in late November, MST will do an evaluation, and the pilot ends in December. Next slide, please. So to end the presentation, staff is asking the board to provide guidance and feedback to support the MST Uber voucher that's available for the seniors, people with disabilities, and the veterans across all of the 7 cities that I mentioned. And then at the end of the pilot in December, staff will report back to the board with results and a continuation recommendation. Thank you. I'd be happy to answer any questions. And again, Norm is joining us virtually. Should you have any other question for him as well?
Well, thank you very much. Well, it sounds fantastic. Mr. Tuwiki, do you have any comments? It sounds like Barrera, Tuwiki.
There you go. No other comments. Christy, thank you for the presentation. Thank you for leading that. And congratulations, Chair Barrera and other board members. Appreciate your service and everything that you do for us. No other comments other than we're excited. We're looking forward to the program. This pilot really expands our current taxi voucher system into underserved communities. Those communities are the ones that Christy mentioned, where we currently do not have taxi voucher service. So we're looking forward and we're excited to bring these transportation options to our residents and the communities that we serve.
Well, thank you, sir.
That's great.
Any questions or comments, Director Worthy?
Sure.
Gonzalez is spelled with an S,
Oh.
not a Z. But this is fantastic because as everyone knows, especially in South County, it's very difficult to get taxi vouchers. We haven't been able to do it. So hopefully this is going to be a huge impact on the people of Gonzalez. We have a meeting next week, so I'm excited to be able to bring it to my council. So thank you, Christy, and thank you,
Thank you. Director Smith?
Norm.
Yeah, thank you, Christy. So in the presentation, it indicated that there's a $50,000 credit from Uber, and that's what we're operating off of. Where do we anticipate that will be used up? Do we have any kind of a sense of how long that 50,000 credit will last?
The pilot is at 6 months. It will end in December.
Okay.
So it's credited to MST. And so the way it works is every monthly billing, 90% of those trips is credited by MST. And then, credit to MST, and then 10% of those trip is paid by MST. We don't, maybe Norm can a little bit.
Yeah. Let me just expand on what Christy said. So Uber pays 90% out of that $50,000 monthly, and then MST will make up the 10%. We don't yet know or have any numbers that we can share for you folks right now, but we hope in August that we'll see the numbers that we can bring to you folks pretty soon.
Okay, and then a follow-up question, Norm and Christy, is that as we go through the pilot and we establish, we'll get a sense of the base, the demand, the cost. Are we expecting that there may be some other grants that are out there that we can seek to augment what we're doing so it moves from a pilot to an operational program. And I know this is a question down the road, no, but I'm thinking about the impact to the fiscal side of how we push this into an operating cost.
Yeah, I'll just say that there are opportunities that are out there that we've identified. There's one opportunity that we're keeping our eye on, and we're going to be meeting as a team this week to talk about that grant program. But other than that, we'll seek every opportunity, every grant, every dollar that's eligible and available for us to apply for.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Director Shirley?
Yeah, thank you, Christy. And Norm, I was just wondering, how does a ride with Uber cost-wise compared to what we're paying for a taxi voucher?
So currently we pay $17 total. So 3 of that is funded by the rider. The other $14 comes out of MST's pocket, right? It comes out of Measure Q. And the way that it's worked, it's based on trip currently. So $17, whether you go 1 mile or 17 miles, it's $17. When it comes to the Uber voucher pilot program that we're working on now, it's based on time and distance. So what it could cost you $5, it could cost you $20. But that $17 that you have when you buy one voucher will apply to the $5 trip. So you'll still have $12 that you can spend. So in theory, based on where you're going, you could possibly get 1 or 2 trips out of one voucher. But then again, if you go further than the $17, and that difference comes out of the pocket of the rider.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And then how are we establishing whether this is a successful program at the end of it? What are our goals? What are we looking at? I'm really happy we're providing the service to these areas that don't have access to the taxis, but what are we going to consider? Yes, this is a successful program. We want to continue with this. What are the parameters?
So,
Team meeting with Uber later this week to talk about some of those details and what success to us looks like. And I think Christy, you're going to chime in.
yes, so as Norm mentioned earlier, that the cities that I had shared don't have taxi voucher program. And so one of the qualitative success that we would want to look at is participation. Are our folks who are seniors, people with disability, veterans within this 7 cities joining the program? So that's what we want to, one of the areas that we would want to look for.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Director Rodriguez with the Z.
Thank you. I'm curious about, I know residents will have to enroll by completing some kind of enrollment form, acknowledgement and waiver, but what kind of marketing are we doing so that residents know about this and know how to qualify or who qualifies so that we can get the word out to these communities?
Yeah, so go ahead, Christy.
We will do a lot of marketing efforts. They will include being actually out in the community, doing informational and tabling outreach. We will be sharing information through social medias. So there's going to be a lot of marketing efforts to promote this program to ensure that there is going to be participation. Otherwise, I'm going to come back to you at the end of the pilot and report it back. And I want to make sure that it is successful.
And I just wanted to chime in on that as well. In Christy's presentation, there was one slide that talked about kind of a full service that Uber offers when it comes to a marketing suite. They're going to be there with us side by side, whether it's in person or online or both, to ensure that we get as much press coverage, as much push from the marketing side that we can to let our residents know about this program. The other thing that we'll be doing, and Christy doesn't know this yet, but we'll be working directly with board members in those cities as well to make sure that you have the information so that you can share through your channels as well.
And just because some of our residents maybe have used Uber to book a trip, and so even education on once you qualify, then requesting it and receiving the that would be great also. And then just An additional point of clarification, you did say it's $140 credit directly onto their Uber wallet. I think it's just a typo on one of the slides, because it says MST loads $14 credit towards the rides, but it's 140, right?
Yes. So it's the voucher. So the voucher value is $14. So it's $14 credit for every $3 copay, but we will cap it at 140 a month.
So it's the equivalent of 10 vouchers per month the person can, an eligible participant can purchase monthly.
Great.
Thank you.
Vice Chair Alejo.
Yes, our just question was on the availability of Uber drivers or they might be there on peak periods or on weekends, but maybe in the morning when things are slower, do we have drivers in those communities where this program will be covering?
So currently, based on Uber's information that they provided to us, this $50,000 will also be augmented with some incentives that they put out onto the Uber platform that's directed towards people who are on the platform. They're drivers, essentially, is what it is. I don't have specific performance numbers, but this whole project that we're working on is the benefit for us, number one, and then number two, to increase the number of Uber drivers in and around those areas. And so through their incentives that they're going to be pushing out to their driver community, hopefully we can stimulate some business, get things going, and then make this more of a regular service that people can rely on when they need it.
Great. That would be one of the other metrics that we measure
Yeah.
as well. Thank you.
Yeah, there's an acceptance rate, I believe is what they call it, where people put out a signal through Uber that they need a ride, and then based on the time that it takes for somebody to accept the ride, they'll be measuring those performance metrics as well.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna follow up a little bit on Supervisor Alejo's question. I don't know if it is possible to know how many Uber drivers are registered in the South County, because I don't think we have that many. And of those that I talk to here in Soledad, many of them go to work. They live here, but they go to work in Salinas or even San Jose. So many of them are out of the area to work. So do you think that it is going to be enough encouragement or enough income so that they can be attracted? Because I'm figured that if they're gonna do a full day in San Jose, they're not gonna stay here just in case a couple of people call them. And if that happens, will that be considered when measuring whether the pilot is successful? And the last thing is there any possibility that if there is no answer from an Uber driver, the call will be directed to the taxi drivers that we have locally?
So currently, it's really hard for me to say how many drivers are out there because I just don't know. I do know that Uber is actively operating in those areas, but I know that the acceptance rate of trips are low currently. I can say that. The other thing I will say about directing these trips over to taxi drivers, I would say no. Currently, that's not a possibility. Yeah, this program is designed specifically for the Uber platform, and the monies that we are receiving, the 90%, 10% split, comes directly from Uber and then also through Measure Q. So we're hoping that this pilot encourages and stimulates business for Uber and then gets our people where they need to go. So currently, I would say no to that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, just a comment and a couple questions. So, this is a wonderful that has happened, as that have not had any for taxis down in the rural areas. A question is, will the Uber drivers allow multiple passengers per voucher?
My understanding is yes. It's just like any other Uber trip. You book a trip. That's my current understanding. If I'm wrong, then we'll get a hold of everyone here and let them know accordingly. But my understanding is it's just like any other Uber trip.
Okay, so just clarification for the riders, so since they're starting this program. And then once that this is introduced in the community, can we continue after we evaluate, will Uber continue to go with the 90% and MST, the partners of 90% and 10% with the MST? Guys talk about. Is this gonna be continued or you'll find out just trial and error?
Yeah, currently the $50,000 is due to expire at the end of our agreement, which is the end of December 31st. So we intend to continue operating through the pilot program. If the $50,000 takes us through there, then that'll be great. We can bring this back to the board for discussion, but the monies expend is $50,000 through December 31st.
Thank you. And then just because once it community, that people will expect that continues, right? And then the very last one is, will the driver be required or to sign up to register with the RC authority or not?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Christy, did you catch that? I'm sorry.
Yes, the question is whether Uber driver would be required to register with the Monterey County RTA.
That's no.
No, they're Uber, Lyft, those the on-demand services are they're under the oversight of the Public Utilities Commission,
That's right, under the PUC.
under the PUC, not under RTA.
Oh, thank you.
Just a question to clarify. So all the other cities outside of these 7 cities already have a taxi voucher program?
The taxi voucher program is currently available in the Peninsula and the city of Salinas.
So there's still cities that will not have either one or not?
Some unincorporated
Okay,
cities.
but all the cities are
Yes.
covered. Okay, and the expectation is that this will be more than 3,500 rides times $14. Expectation is that we will not run out of money before the end of the year.
That's the expectation,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
The other director, thank you. The other directors? Anybody on Zoom? We see anybody? Okay.
I don't see anybody.
Okay, good. Anybody from the public on this issue? Great. Well, I'm gonna bring it back for a motion. Looking for a motion here.
This presentation.
Well, it says provide direction to staff.
Thank you for the feedback with all the questions.
No, well,
Yeah.
thank you, Mr. Campbell. Is this a motion provide direction? Where's my legal counsel?
I am here. You do not need to have a motion at this time.
I'm glad you're there. I appreciate that. Mr. Gabo, awesome work. And Director Worthy, your legacy. This was after
Talking about it for a long time.
we even had a whole county here. Imagine having a whole group of South County people taking the time to be in front of us. So I think this is great news. And you always do great work. I just, once we put it out in the public, we gotta perform. Because people's expectations may not be the same thing that we're presenting, so we have to be clear on our outreach. So thank you very much. Thank you, Mr.
thank you.
Kutahuki.
Thank you.
Now
And
we're
congrats again. Congratulations.
now we're gonna go on to 6-2, Ms. Reinheimer.
Yes, this item is to authorize the general manager, CEO, or their designee to enter into a contract with a company called Ecological Concerns Incorporated for the Surf Coastal Dune and Maritime Chaparral Restoration Project in an amount not to exceed $2,390,813. So as part of the SURF project and part of the California Coastal Commission's Coastal Development Permit for short-term and long-term temporary impacts caused by the SURF project, MST is required to mitigate those impacts through restoration activities. So the project work here includes restoration of 45 acres of Fort Dune State Park lands next to the planned state park campground project, which their project also requires some restoration. So the one that MST is working on is immediately adjacent to the restoration efforts of the state park. So it's going to be a huge area where we'll collectively remove invasive plant species like ice plant and some others. We'll be replanting over 97,000 plants in that area, including Monterey spine flower, buckwheat, which is the host plant to the Smith's blue butterfly, which is an endangered species. Part of the work that we did commencing the SURF project along the former rail corridor was to go and collect seeds from Monterey spine flower and the buckwheat. So we've got tons of seed. Now we need more to propagate for the future planting. We did a two-part process for our request for consultants to do this work. First, we did a request for qualifications where consultants let us know if they were qualified to do this work. And then once the habitat mitigation management plan that was approved by the Coastal Commission was approved, then we went out for a request for proposals based on that HMMP that Coastal approved for us. And we had a review team on the two consultants that submitted proposals. We had 3 MST staff people, 2 people from state parks, and 1 person from Denise Duffy and Associates, who will be kind of overseeing all of making sure that the work is getting done. And so all team members who reviewed the proposals rated Ecological Concerns, Inc. as their highest ranked proposal. It'll be a 7 to 8 year project period, including 5 years of maintenance. And part of the 5 years of maintenance is about $266,000 worth of California Conservation Corps work, including planting. And this was important for us in connecting communities and creating opportunity for these California Conservation Corps folks who gain meaningful employment and get involved in this type of work. So we're very excited to have included that as part of the request for proposals process. So because there's this long maintenance period, it's a bit of an estimate as to how much effort, consultant scope of work is going to be needed. So we did our best guess, but you know, the maintenance period could be extended longer or different needs based on weather conditions, whether the plants are actually behaving and growing and doing what we want them to do. So we'll see how it goes for the first couple of years, and we may need to come back. But we have someone on a line, John Laslet from ECI, Ecological Concerns, Inc. If you have specific questions about, you know, the scope of work or what's being done out there, but that's the general gist of it. And I'm happy to answer any questions. And we also have Stephen Bruno out there in the back to answer questions about the procurement process. So,
Mr. Bruno, would you like to say anything on this subject?
Nothing to add.
Okay, thank you. You're gonna make a good council member one day then. Let me ask, any directors here? Wow, I'm surprised. Oh,
No, I'll doing this for you.
Director Visser,
Thank you for the presentation.
Yes.
And is there any coordination with the City of Marina staff? Because just at our most recent council meeting, it was approved to go ahead with a 30% design to improve the beach access. I would hate for plants to be planted only to be removed
Yeah.
in the near
no.
future.
Yeah.
So please coordinate.
Yeah. So that's, it's outside of where, I know which project you're
Yeah, so
talking
is it-
about.
Because I
And
couldn't see.
yeah, it's outside of that area, but there is a separate project, also part of the coastal development permit, which we're coordinating on with better access across 8th Street Bridge.
So yeah,
that's
so
separate, but yes, we are coordinating on that, and coordinating more so with state parks on the restoration, because we'll need access and be able to get that, a right of entry permit and take advantage of where we are right now in this season, so we can get ECI out there, collect more seeds so that they can propagate all those 97,000 plus plants.
thank you. This is a big advantage of the whole SURF project.
Yeah.
That this area will be improved. So thank you very much.
Director Shirley?
Yeah, thank you. Who collected, Lisa, who collected all the seeds before?
Yeah, so we had a team as part of sub-consultants to Accenture. Part of our environmental team was Harris and Associates. And we had an ecologist out there collecting seeds. Yeah, it's pretty
intense.
backbreaking work,
Yeah.
especially with the Monterey spine flower, which tends to be really low to the ground. So you have to sort of get on your hands and knees and, tweezers collect those, those seeds.
And the mitigation that the state park is doing, do they do their own mitigation or do they also hire consultants? And I'm wondering if ECI would be a part of their mitigation as well.
That's a good question. I'm not sure the answer to that. I'd have to get back to you on it.
Okay.
Mr. Bruno?
No.
No. Okay.
Thanks.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you. Any other questions or comments? Directors? Anybody on Zoom? Ms. Reinheimer? How do you know when people are on Zoom or what?
They have their hand up.
You'd see.
You can see it.
Okay, thank you.
So your staff will tell you.
Thank
It's true.
thank you, Mr. Smith. You're gonna make a good chair one day. Anybody from the public would like to join in on this gardening venture? No one?
Move approval.
Mr. Laredo, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So it is we got Vice Chair Alejo making a motion.
Second?
Director Smith beat you.
Oh,
to
he
that one.
beat me.
Yeah, you can do the next one. Take a roll call.
City of Carmel by the Sea.
Yes.
City of Delray Oaks.
Yes.
City of Gonzales.
Yes.
City of Greenfield. City of King is absent. City of Marina.
Yes.
City of Monterey.
Yes.
City of Pacific Grove is absent. City of Sand City. Yes. City of Salinas.
Yes.
City of Seaside.
Yes.
City of Soledad
Yes.
and County of Monterey.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Laredo, are you there?
Yes, I am.
6:30, before we do any discussion, are we taking a vote on this one?
6-3 will require a vote. Yes.
Sure. I'm very happy that you're there. Ms. Reinheimer, you're on.
Yes, I'm happy that Michael Laredo, our general counsel, is here as well. We are presenting to you today an ordinance 2026-1, which is an attachment that would establish some regulations for MST and some problems that we're seeing out there in the system and future problems that we anticipate. So currently we have private vehicles that stop in any number of our red bus stop zones, which has the effect of slowing down our buses, that especially in school zones or school areas, and it just slows down our on-time performance. They're not supposed to be there in the first place, and we've been having some challenges with getting enforcement in those areas. We're also witnessing, I've witnessed, I know the rest of the staff have witnessed some folks going on the newly paved portion of the Surf Busway from around Rheindaler and Marina underneath the highway, and our paving ends just before the 5th Street station. So I've seen joggers, I've seen dog walkers, I've seen cyclists. We have one of our staff witnessed a truck, like a pickup truck with lawn furniture on the busway. I don't know where they're going because the road ends. So they're bringing Lorraine her patio furniture. Yeah. So we definitely anticipate that we will have some illegal trespassing, as it were, on the surf busway, even though we do have extensions of bicycle and pedestrian facilities. What we've witnessed so far is discouraging. So we need to be able to have a mechanism to enforce no trespassing in areas like the surf busway and the bus stop zones that people are slowing our buses down for. So this ordinance, Michael drafted up for your consideration. It does allow the use of forward-facing cameras to capture license plates when people are in those zones that they're not supposed to be, and be able to issue citations to help further enforce no parking and no traveling on the busway. So Michael, I don't know if you want to go through the ordinance sort of high level. That would be.
I don't know if that's necessary. What I will say is this is not a new problem to MST or any transit agency, but there is now a newer solution. So the vehicle code section 40240 was enacted last year to enable transit agencies to use their camera systems to start issuing citations to get people out of those bus lanes and out of those bus stops. So this is something that the county of Alameda was kind of the state's guinea pig in allowing transit agencies to move this forward. There was success there, and now we are bringing that to the Monterey Peninsula to hopefully match that success.
Any questions from the board? Director Shirley?
Yeah, so where's the citation coming from? Is it coming from us or is it coming from law enforcement within the jurisdiction?
So, okay, Kelly is going to help out here.
Kelly Halkin, Chief Human Resources Officer. So that's a really good question. So this ordinance is just to set up the process so we can at least start moving toward technology to help us and set up that process. We have to do the ordinance first. So there is a company out there that SAC RTD is using, AC Transit. I'm trying to think of the other one, but it's Hayden AI has cameras that actually will capture the video. Then what happens is that video is sent to a third party to verify whether that there was a violation that occurred, and then you would have to have an agreement with your jurisdictional PD in order to issue the citation. So currently, Hayden AI has a contract with the city of Salinas. They do the red light cameras. So I've been talking with them on something in the future. What we're going to be using that you will see later on in the year, we'll be coming back with asking for approval for a contract, is with another company that will have AI cameras, Michael, AI cameras that we'll be using for the surf busway. And so those cameras will allow us to it'll recognize a person and a person with an animal, bicycle, or car, and will alert us. They can alert us to it, and we can send somebody out there. We are still working through the process of what goes on first, but the issue with the surf busway is just to get people off of the busway when we see it versus it being reported to us after the fact that it's actually happened.
Okay, so So after this ordinance is established, it can't really be enforced until we actually have the logistical
That is
infrastructure
correct.
around that. Okay, because I was just thinking like as we're doing the construction, a jogger aimlessly goes down, like what's the process?
What we found is that, for instance, Marina PD, by having this ordinance, it will further bolster them to come out and actually address trespassers that are in the construction zone that might be in the city of Marina, or the city of Sand City. The PD will have that ability to go to reference the ordinance to actually cite somebody for trespassing.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Very
Thanks,
good.
Kelly.
Yeah, and you answered it in part once it's finalized and you know what your collection system will be and which partner will use. Each of the agencies, wherever the MST bus route potentially would need to have an agreement with that individual agency. And then some education too. So I know you know how to contact each of the sheriff's office and all the police departments, but each officer that's responding to a violation in the moment may not be able to operate unless there is that agreement and the education. But this allows us to be able to do that.
Yes, this is the first start to just having them address potential trespassing on MST property or even the busway.
Yeah.
And that was the advice that also some of the police officers who've come out to address have advised us as well.
Right. And just for the general public, some might say, well, why can't a bus driver just get out and tag a car and get back and finish their route? It requires an 832 status with the penal code so that an authority is actually issuing that citation. Or if it's a contract agency, that citation is being mail delivered with all the administrative requirements to the registered home of where that vehicle might be at. And then it becomes complicated because they might not any longer live there and they miss a notice. And so you need the support of a third-party agency to be able to deliver those citations. And most of your citations will likely come from video captured, mailed to the home of the registered owner versus a call out. So you have two paths as I see it.
That's correct.
You have two paths. You have the video capture where you'll notice through a third party, and then you'll also have the local relationship with the local police departments and sheriff's office or CHP. And then they would respond and then write the citation while they're there.
I mean, that's the hope in the long run. In addition we don't want our drivers to be actually the issues of this, because that also incites potential workplace violence. So that would additionally keep them out of the fray of that and leave it more for the police to deal with the issues of actually ticketing or citing or, arresting somebody if need be.
This is one of those cases where it's the opposite. You don't need no stinking badges. In this case, you need a badge.
Correct.
I got my bag right here. Director Carbone.
I think that Ed Smith answered or his questions kind of touched on what I was gonna say. But it looks like that they could be enforced with vehicles. I think that it may be a little bit harder for trespassers, and I do know that you have there's a lot of homeless folk living along the railroad corridor. So you're probably going to be issuing for people who's trespassing carts and that might be a little hard and maybe perhaps unenforceable, or maybe.
Well, part of,
without IDs.
right, that is an issue for sure. Part of our maintenance agreement with the transportation agency for Monterey County for use of the former railroad corridor is to deal with the homeless encampment. So they're not allowed to be within the corridor. But you're right, it is going to be a lot more difficult to cite people that don't have a license plate. So if they're known quantity, we can, work on that, but that might be more of a question of, can we get somebody out there ASAP and say, hey, you can't be here?
I would say that MST's already been partnering with the sheriff's department to do the initial clearing of when we started construction. And they've continued to support us in certain efforts, but this is to, like I mentioned, to bolster and support PD, jurisdictional PD, to come out and address those issues.
Director Cabrera?
Thank you. My question is about privacy. For a couple of times when the public hears about installing cameras, the question arises, what about our privacy? Are we prepared to answer those questions that might come from the public?
Yes, we are. There is some legislation that's happening at the state regarding the use of AI cameras and facial recognition. The cameras that we're intending to use could be used for facial recognition, I will say that, but that's not the intention of what we're using it for. The intention is to just identify that there is a person in the walkway, the busway, the initial cameras that we're going to use for the surf busway. There is, and that's going to take some also education to the public, of putting out some social media stuff as well, and just letting them know what we're intending to do. But at the same time, while I understand there's privacy, it is a public right of way, and so privacy in a public place goes out the door.
Thank you.
A quick question, just on the civil penalty, the fine, will that be determined later by this board, or?
I think it was.
I believe it's listed in the ordinance. I think we have it at $100.
In section 6.4 of the ordinance, it's listed at $110.
I see now. Yep, thank you.
So, any other directors, questions?
Yeah, so that opened up a question, and this is for Michael. It says it's a civil penalty. Is in fact it a civil penalty of 110 if we are using the vehicle code for the citation?
Yes, so this specific section of the vehicle code does say it's a civil penalty where we are administrating civil fines.
Okay, so it's not going through Superior Court.
No, and that's why later on in the ordinance too, we have the appeal process laid out. It would be an appeal through the board or through the MST process.
Well, that's another question. Do we have an appeals board?
We can.
We do have within other policies through the agency a process to establish a hearing officer and hold a appeal. So yes, when it goes down that route, we would have to provide further education as to how that appeal would be held to comply with the vehicle code, but we do have the mechanism in place.
Okay, good. And then that would mean that you could use that body rather than the full MST board hearing an appeal.
Correct. Yeah, it would be an appointed hearing officer that would be seated.
But thank you.
Any other questions from department heads? Directors? So you guys are moving up. Directors? I just have one question. Ordinances are one thing, enforcing it, like you said, enforcing it is a main issue. How can this board help in their own individual areas? How can we support you on this to make sure that the ordinance has actual teeth? Because sometimes we can put a lot of stuff on paper. You just mentioned the unhoused, for example. I mean, that's the difficult one. It's a dangerous one as well. People get in the middle of the roads and all that. So how can we be supportive to what we're trying to do here?
Another great question. I think where you particularly, Chair Barrera, have helped is aligning us or putting us in contact or setting up meetings with the chief of police at each of your jurisdictions, or having those meetings with the chiefs to explain what the new ordinance is, to get their support, their buy-in, and to answer questions that they may have or even to seek their guidance and further clarification of where they would, what their position would be in helping with this.
And you know, to that, what helps me as a public servant is I need MST to invite me on an email. We would like to request this. That way you give me teeth to bring in the police department. Because if I just go do it on my own, it doesn't carry as much weight as you making that request. And we can have a serious conversation.
And we can certainly do that. This today is the first reading of this ordinance. It'll still require another 60, another reading that we would need to do. And then, so after we go through the process of setting up this ordinance, we can start doing the reach out and to the jurisdictions on this.
Thank you. Any other questions from directors? From the public? Yes, sir. Come to the podium, please.
Hi, my name is Fred. Question is that the surf runs out there by the Fort Ord National Monument Park. Is the police enforcement out in the park area part of our program?
No, it is the city of Marina, city of Sand City, city of Seaside, and then the Monterey County Sheriff's Department.
I could add something here too. I had a site visit with the state parks folks. We were talking about potential fencing along the busway versus the Fort Ord Dune State Park. And one of the gentlemen who was there with us was one of the rangers who has enforcement power, and he expressed some concern about, you know, this very issue. And I think there's a follow-up to be had with state parks in terms of enforcement, because they do have that power as well.
Good. Thank you for the question. Anyone else? Okay, Mr. Laredo, you're anybody on Zoom? Anyone?
Nobody.
Thank you, sir.
So we'd be looking for a motion to approve the first reading, and then this would be coming back at your next scheduled meeting for adoption of at a second read.
I'll make the motion that we approve of this presentation and agree with the first reading of this ordinance.
Thank you. Second?
Did you do
Second.
public comment?
Excuse me?
Did you do public?
Yes.
comment? Okay.
Yes, thank you. Director Pacheco, thank you. Second, roll call, please.
The city of Carmel by the sea,
Yes.
city of Delray Oaks.
Yes.
I see that city of Gonzales is absent at this time. City of Greenfield.
Yes.
City of King is absent. City of Marina.
Yes.
City of Monterey.
Yes.
City of Pacific Grove is absent. City of Sand City. Yes. City of Salinas.
Yes.
City of Seaside.
Yes.
City of Soledad.
Yes.
And County of Monterey.
Yep, aye.
The motion passes. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Good report. Now we're going on 7 reports and informational items, 7.1 to 7.5. You'll see all your reports, but I'm sure you folks read them already, which is great. You'll see all the pages here. I don't ask for questions or anything.
No, but I did want to mention something real quick on the monthly report.
Yes.
Let's see, 7.1. So I reported this to the administrative committee as well. You can see on page 63, we are at an all-time high of our tap to pay, our contactless fare payments of about 15%, which is equal to that of MST issued passes, our sort of closed loop system where you dunk, swipe, or use that form. So this is really important because we're trying to transition everybody into the contactless tap to pay space, because we've been having some issues with cash handling and armored car services. Also of note is that you'll see in April and May, we're showing no preventable collisions. So thank you to the entire team for an amazing accomplishment. 87 days and a little over 850,000 miles without a preventable collision, 34 trips around the earth, 1.7 round trips to the moon, and 5.5 cars that have reached their own useful life apparently people scrap their cars at 156,000 miles, so you figure 5.5 cars. So an incredible accomplishment by the entire team. I hope the ATU pats your membership on the back for the amazing accomplishment there. And then those safety pins, of course, I mentioned earlier, the June barbecues and et cetera. So that's what I wanted to mention, highlight.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're happy, huh?
I am happy. I think the whole team is happy.
Hey, did they get one of these too?
Yeah, everyone got one.
Good. Well, thank you. Board reports, comments and referrals, reports on meetings attended by board members at MST expense. Anybody? Okay, board member comments and announcements. Anyone? Well, I just want to invite you to Big Week in Salinas. It's gonna be great. Bring your horse or donkey, burro, or whatever you have.
My
I
dog?
think the only one that has a horse is Tony Barrera.
I'll let you ride my horse. You know, I do have a comment. I want to thank Miss Jeanette Alega Rocha for all your work. You know, because being on this board is one thing, but you having to take minutes and I want to share with you, I do appreciate your work. It's not easy. And then from time to time, you got to go hunt us down, and that's not always easy. So can we give her a round of applause? Thank you. Anyone else?
I want to just jump on that. I want to thank Jeanette for always getting the minutes out so quickly, because I include those in my board reports for the council. And so, so nice. You're just so efficient at getting that done. So thank you.
Great. And that's the city of who?
Del Rio.
There you go. That's a big one.
Two comments. I want to thank Jeanette too, and for the highlights, because I write a report on every meeting I attend, and the report makes it so easy to have face. Because I think like city to know, right? And the city, the residents. But I wanted to just comment when it comes time regarding when you go out to, MST goes out to talk to the police departments, perhaps it'd be a good idea to have maybe your MST representative in there also. To convey on the conference.
Yeah. And when you mean representative,
Whatever city,
us?
they should
Yeah.
be there at those meetings to
Yeah.
make sure that, you know, the discussion goes.
And I'm glad you brought that up. We just heard also from Human Resources that once they're ready for that, they'll put out an email for us and we can spearhead those meetings, because those are important meetings to have with the police department. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Board member referrals for future agenda items. Anything? Would you like different fruits or different pastries or anything like that? Okay. It's okay to laugh, just take it easy. Attachments. As politicians, we have a difficult time smiling and laughing and having a good time. Number 9.1, what's that say? Monthly report?
Monthly report is an attachment.
Well, thank you. And then we're gonna have a closed session item.
Yes.
And then after the closed session, share with us what we're doing.
After closed session, you'll adjourn, and then the Regional Taxi Authority Board of Directors would convene and talk about some taxi authority things.
And those meetings,
Immediately after you come out and adjourn the
Okay.
board meeting, and some of you can go.
she's good, just after what?
After closed session. After closed session.
Or after their dues? No, I'm just kidding. So, well, thank you for that.
Yep.
So I guess at this, where am I at? Closed session, we don't need to
Yes.
discuss that.
Public
Not-
comments.
So you'll need to go into closed session now, in its conference with labor contract negotiator. For the general manager, CEO, under government code section 54957. I hope I got you, Michael.
That's right. We just need to take public comment and then we can adjourn to closed session to have the discussion.
Thank you, Mr. Laredo. Any public comments on closed session items? How's your chance? Okay. Well, this meeting is
Adjourn.
It's not adjourned yet. You'll go into closed session, come back out, adjourn, and then come back, and then the taxi.
And thank you for everybody that participated today. So we're gonna go to the next room.
Yep.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. We're not going with us?
Nope.
Yes, sir?
Nope.
Not.
Nope, it's Kelly and Michael.
The heavy hitters.
Yep. Are you leaving? Okay. And then, okay, I gave you that.
So much.
We'll come back. Here you go.
Oh, and I think you're. Very different world in
Yeah.
I think actually six that day. We just.
Yeah.
It's aided more than. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, okay. So there's. Great, great.
And that's all I.
Okay, so I'll just. Thank you.
We'll report back in the closed session, just now, and then have a session, then we'll adjourn, and then the taxes have to take it.
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead, I don't wanna trip you.
Yeah, I only attended 2 closed sessions.
I don't see what I watch. See, one when I was hired, one when I say. No, it was perfect, actually. Let's see.
Did you need an agenda?
Sure.
I reviewed the electronic materials that you had sent me, but take my notes on.
Yeah, it was much better. It's just, it's weird. It's like a little turn like that. Oh my God. I don't get it.
You can switch to the RTA.
It's all solved now.
Tony runs a,
Yeah, I want to say,
Tight ship.
go up to Tony.
It's all-
let's keep encouraging that.
Put me in the vice chair.
Okay.
Want me to go official? You will upset as our chair and vice chair.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Guess we gotta be
down
back.
here.
Hold on, let me get my gavel. When we're here.
Mandarins.
For the, you guys have to adjourn. first.
Oh, okay. All right. Carbone?
No.
Going all the way to Sand City? Pacheco, you want one for Seaside? Put it in your office.
You gotta send me that one. All
I
right.
tell people you know me.
All right.
Next meeting, he's gonna have a printed copy.
Oh,
of
Tangerine.
our-
What phone do you, iPhone do you got? What number is
Look
it?
at them.
The next
Yeah.
meeting, I'll have a printed copy for all of us.
Thank you. Change the views.
Yes.
That one is like,
Yeah.
16.
Take a quick break between.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Laredo,
Yes, so the board did meet in closed session on one item. This was conference with labor contract negotiators regarding the general manager CEO contract. The board did authorize the commencement of labor negotiations with Mr. Sidorik, and it's appoint a subcommittee to do that. That concludes my report.
great, Mr. Laredo, do we say who's on the committee?
You certainly can. The committee members consist of Tony Barrera, Marianne Carbone, and Ed Smith.
Thank. Vice Chair said we're the three amigos.
Yep. Okay. Amigas.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Where do we go from here?
You can